Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Inspire Boss Academy. This is our learning channel. Please ensure to like, share, subscribe, comment and hit that notification bell. So today we'll be discussing 10 tips for resume writing. Tip 1. Have a professional email address when applying for jobs. Keep it short and simple by using just your first name and last name to creating a good email address. So some of the common mistakes that us Jamaicans make are seen below. Goodbody Shauna 98 at yahoo.com. Hello Shauna, nobody need for know say your body good. Please to create a professional email address. Topmanroberts at gmail.com. Mr. Roberts, nobody needs to know that you're a top man. Nisha, well comfortable. I'm sorry Nisha, but nobody needs to know say you're well comfortable. So please keep it professional. Rolando 6 is real. Rolando, God is real, not the 6. Please to create a professional email address. And lastly, most wanted car. Mr. Car, if you want to be on the most wanted list, you can go over to the JCF Instagram page on Wanted Wednesdays if you so desire to be most wanted. So guys, keep it professional and just your first name and last name is good enough. Tip 2. Include your contact details in your resume. How employers can reach out to you? Is it by phone or by email? So some of the common mistakes that we make is your resume don't include an email address or a contact number. How would you expect the people them for call on if them want you know an interview? As well as you have persons that probably don't have a phone. Say the younger folks just leaving high school and so you don't have a phone. If it is that you don't have a phone, then you can go ahead and put your mother's number or a friend's number. Just ensure that you tell that person that hey, I use their telephone number on my resume. So if it is that someone call looking to speak to me, you can just let me know, pass on the information, get their contact details so I can reach out to them. As well as there is a common thing that I realized here in Jamaica. So for example, that somebody that works in a call center, they're getting calls, for job elsewhere outside of the BPO industry and you are missing these calls. One of the things that you can do is to have your number transferred to it could be a partner, it could be a mother, the father, someone else that they're able to answer your calls. For example, you could forward your calls if they're not answered. Each phone have their specific way that they can set it up, but you guys can do that where you can set it up so if in the event that somebody calls, someone else can get that call and pass on the information if it is that they want to interview with you. As well as your address on your resume can be a good thing or a bad thing. So personally for me, I don't include my address on my resume because that's something very personal and I don't put it there because, for example, you live in Montego Bay and you're applying for a work in Kingston. If you send your resume, you might not be able to get an interview or anywhere with that organization because immediately they are going to filter you out, because if they're looking for persons in Kingston and your resume clearly says that you live in Montego Bay, then you lose your chance right there. And some of the times I know that persons who they live somewhere else, it could be a case where you do in fact live in Kingston now and you didn't update your resume. That is why it's very important that for every stage in life you update your resume with the most current information. Tip 3. Keep your resume short and simple. Depending on how relevant the information is, keep your resume to at least 1 to 2 pages. Please guys, now go over that. Nobody right now storytelling thing 5-6 pages. Keep it short and simple and use language that is very easy and but I would not complex word pan on a cover letter. Keep it short and simple. And some other mistakes that people make is that they will list out all different type, every type of certificate, skill, everything what them ever doing in their life. Guys, all that information is not necessary depending on the job that you are applying for. So if you have 10 CXC but the job requires you to have a bachelor's and you have a bachelor's, you don't need to put that you have 10 CXC. And another popular mistake is that sometimes I will see where persons would be applying. For example, say they see the job at NCB, but when them send the cover letter and everything, it addressed to Scotiabank. That don't make no sense, guys. Please ensure that you direct the information to the right organization, employer, whoever. Ensure you address the letter them properly, because me where they a Scotia don't want you to send me no over for the youth NCB. Tip 4. For each job that you apply for, your resume will need to be updated so it can match the position or the requirements for the job. So you can't apply for one job in a customer service but your resume highlights that you have accounting background. If it is that you have worked in a customer service role, you care how small it be, you put it on the resume and you put your word resume to show that you're more suitable for your customer service position. You can't apply for one work within that and an accounting thing your resume as show. Tip 5. A resume with a unique design will not get overlooked versus resumes with the same template, like you can go on Google and search about a resume template about. Only need to do all of that because thousands of organizations are already getting resume will look just the same way, just the name them change. So get creative and design a resume with a clean look. You have Canva, for example, that has a lot of resume templates that's different. When you can use them as example, tweak it to the best of your ability. And some of the common mistakes that people make with their resumes is that all 5 different colors upon the paper. Guys, stick to 1 or 2 colors on your resume, black or blue. You don't need to go yellow, purple. No, you don't need to go no other color. You keep it professional, black or blue. And I know that nowadays it's a thing now for persons to put their photo on their resume. If the company do ask for a photo, please do not put it on the resume. If you're not applying for a job where they need to see a role work, do that a modeling work, y'all don't need to do that, because 90% of the time persons are not looking on your resume to look how you look. They might look on your education and your background, where you have the experience if you can do the job. Tip 6. Do not include your references on your resume unless they are requested by the potential employer. Leave it at available upon request. That is good enough. You don't need to list out all 3 people, 2 people on your resume for them to call them even when them not going to do the work. Some of the common mistakes that people make is, they will put somebody on them resume and you don't inform the person that, hey, I used you on my resume. Even if you inform them, you need to remind them each time so they remember that, hey, I'm on this person's resume as a reference, so they might potentially call me or something. As well as you need to put the proper information on there for your reference. You need to have their name, their title, their address, the company where they work with, and even if you have the email address as well, you can input it. And their references, they are professional references, and your auntie, your mother, your friend, it needs to be somebody that you've worked with, somebody that supervised you. Tip 7. Do not list everything you did on the job. Example, you prepare coffee for meetings. That is not necessary, no way, shape or form on a resume. If you're going to do so and list your responsibilities, keep it measurable. For example, you prepared 30 job letter requests on a weekly basis. That's something that's measurable. Tip 8. Have a clear objective that employers can see value in. For example, you put in looking for a job to develop your skills. that not help you in a no way, shape or form, because all the way I look work to develop the skills. A better example would be a records clerk with over 5 years of experience looking to utilize my skills in records and database management. That is something they can more see value in than you saying, yeah, look a job to develop your skills. Tip 9. List your professional skills and keep it honest and measurable. Refrain from using Google search meanings. So nobody go on Google and type in skills that can you put on a resume. Put skills that you're actually good at, because when people them call you for the interview, I might want to go into the work. I want to say, oh, alright then. Typewriting, I only don't know for use a computer. That don't make no sense. So you put skills that you're actually good at. Microsoft Office, Adobe Premiere Pro, social media management, project management, and these are skills that you can actually go down in and explain when you're on the interview to say that I have over 2 years experience in using Adobe Premiere Pro, and so on. Tip 10. Proofread your resume. Look out for grammatical errors. Have another person look over it for a second eye, or you use Grammarly to edit your resume or your cover letter. As you say, when we used to go to school, you look over on your work before you submit it to the teacher. You have to treat this just the same way. Look over your resume. So, worse if you apply for one work where say you have to do whole heap of writing and then things say one creative editor. You can't have grammatical errors in your resume. That don't look good. And lastly, your resume should be relevant, eloquent, specific, updated, meaningful, and of course, efficient. That's now the end of my video on 10 tips for resume writing here in Jamaica. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, and hit that notification bell.